Looking for an easy-to-use teleprompter for your videos? Today, I'm going to show you my favorite tool, Teleprompter Premium, and give you a complete walkthrough of how I use the app in practice. What's up, my friends? Thanks for clicking on this video. If you are just checking out my work for the first time, it's nice to meet you. I'm Fehlinger, and I have 15 years of broadcast media experience working in the top markets in the US. And I also have expertise in do-it-yourself video production. So I combine that knowledge on this channel to help beginner and burgeoning creators make their own quality videos. So if that sparks some interest in you, consider subscribing for new content on Tuesdays, and you can also ring the bell to get notified when new videos post. So, one of the most frequent questions I get is whether I use a teleprompter for my videos, and the answer is a resounding yes. So when I worked as a TV meteorologist, I ad-libbed 95% of my presentations. But when I started making YouTube videos, I realized the power of having a teleprompter in my toolkit. It has easily cut my production time in half for videos like these. And the teleprompter that I use is an app called Teleprompter Premium, and it's available for iOS, Mac, and Android. So today, I'm gonna show you how I incorporate this awesome app into my video production workflow. A quick note, this is not a sponsored video. I am receiving no commission to recommend this to you. I actually just happened upon this in the App Store a few years back, and I really just love the product. Now, worthy of mention, this particular app will work best if you plan to use your phone or your tablet for your teleprompter, but you're shooting your video on a separate camera, okay? That's how I use this. And later in this video, I will show you exactly how I place my teleprompter so that the viewer can't tell that I'm using one. That is a really important key in using this app successfully, so make sure that you watch this video through to the end. But let's take a look at the app itself. Again, it's called Teleprompter Premium, and you can get this for iOS, Mac, and Android. Now, you'd have to purchase the app for Android up front, and as of this recording, it's $9.99. But on iOS, there is a great free version that you can test out first, so for your iPhone or your iPad. And I actually started with that free version for many of my YouTube videos, and it suited me just fine as I got going using my own teleprompter. But you can also upgrade for around 10 to 20 bucks, depending on which system you're using, to access extra features if you wanted to. So things like remote control connectivity. And that's something that I use, and that's been a huge convenience in my solo productions. So I do have the upgraded version. All right, let's walk through how to get a script into Teleprompter Premium. First, just load the app. Then you're going to click this plus sign in the upper right-hand corner. That will bring up an option to either compose a new script or import a document. So you can import your scripts this way, but my preference and the most foolproof way that I have found to do this is to email the text of my scripts to myself and then copy and paste it into the prompter. So I'll show that to you really quickly. I'll tap Compose New Script, and it'll ask me to name my file. I'll just call this Test. Then just hit Create Script, and it prompts me from there. Now, you can type your scripts right into the app, but that would get very tedious, so I would strongly advise against that, okay? So once you're in here, you'll need to copy over your text and paste it in. So let's open up my email where I have already emailed my script text to myself. I'll tap and hold on the text, then tap Select All, copy, and then head back to Teleprompter Premium. Tap and hold inside the script area, and then paste it in. You see how that worked? It's pretty simple. And then when I go back to my main menu of scripts, there it is, right at the top. So I can click back into it, and when I hit start, it begins scrolling. Not too difficult, right? Is this all making sense? Let me know in the comments. Even if you are the least techie person, is this seeming like something that you could tackle on your own? It is pretty simple once you get in there and you start trying things out. Okay, now that I have my script loaded, I want to adjust some of my settings. Now, Teleprompter Premium has a bunch of different settings to play around with, but I'm going to show you a few that I consider the most important when it comes to delivering your lines naturally. So first, let's look at scrolling speed, how fast the script is going to move in the prompter. And I can adjust that right here. So the little turtle, of course, means slower, and the rabbit indicates a faster scroll. Now, the default speed is right in the middle, and given my personal talking pace, I usually do really well right around 21, so I'll simply slide the level to 21. Next, I'll click on the little gear at the bottom left, and that brings up all my other options, and there are quite a few. But the main one that I want to set here is my font size. So I'll tap Font and Size. And I'm cool with the font itself, Helvetica. I just need to adjust the size. For my personal vision quality and pacing, 68 is usually the perfect size for me. Then I'll click back to the main settings at the top left and scroll down to the scrolling section. Again, these are personal preferences and you should feel free to play around with them, but I like to toggle on the setting to hide controls while scrolling, and dragging stops scrolling. Then I'll hit done and it brings me back to my script. So you'll see when I hit start, the controls disappear. It gives it just a clean, uncluttered look, which I really like. And then when I drag in any direction, the script will stop scrolling. Now, really quickly, let's go over what these arrows mean at the bottom. The arrows that are oriented up and down indicate which direction the text will scroll. Right now, I have it set to scroll up, and I'll show you how that looks. It's just like reading a page top to bottom. And then when I switch the arrow to point down, the text will scroll the other way. Also, the arrows that flank that blue start button will take you to the beginning and end of your script if you want to jump to the top or bottom. And finally, I'll show you one last thing here. That little edit script button at the top right, that will allow you to edit your text right here in the prompter in case you wanted to rephrase or add anything in at the last minute, okay? This is pretty cool stuff, right? All right, now for the setup details that I promised you at the beginning. In my solo produced video setup, I shoot my video with a separate camera and I use an old iPhone as my teleprompter. And my goal is to appear as though I'm not reading, that my line of sight is trained toward the camera so that I can create connection with my audience. So the key to pulling that off is centered around where I place my teleprompter. And there's no huge secret here. You simply need to place your teleprompter as close to the camera lens as you possibly can. So take a look at how I've placed mine. You see how the prompter actually creeps over part of the lens? It's so close. The closer your script is to the lens, the less obvious it will be that you're reading from a script. Okay, so you have to play around with this because you obviously don't want your teleprompter to show up in the shot. So nudge and wedge, elevate and lower, adjust however you need so that your teleprompter is essentially all up in your camera's personal space without appearing in your shot. Just one final note, you notice that I flip my phone horizontally to landscape mode when I use my prompter. Landscape mode tends to work better than portrait mode, straight up and down, because that added width makes for a better layout for your scrolling text. It's just easier to read. Now, if you are interested in learning more about the other equipment that I use in my setup, I actually have a video that shows you everything that is in my current kit. So I'll link that here and below in the description if it's something you want to check out. And I've also linked my master video equipment list below if you need some recommendations, as well as some other helpful videos and playlists that you might be interested in. But there you have it, an easy walkthrough of my favorite teleprompter tool. Now, I've linked information about Teleprompter Premium below so you can see all the features for yourself. Now, this video was the technical side. Next time, we're going to get more strategic and artistic, and I'm going to share how you can utilize your teleprompter to give yourself cues and deliver your lines more naturally. It's good stuff, so watch for that. But today's question, are you going to give Teleprompter Premium a try? Let me know in the comments. Now, if you came across this video because you're just getting started making your own videos, or maybe you're frustrated by the tech and you need some help, I'd like to invite you to check out my online course. It's called the Video Production Project. It's an all-inclusive masterclass designed with the beginner in mind, and it will give you a full walkthrough of how to create quality videos for your brand, your business, or your burgeoning creative outlet without the overwhelm, plus tools to equip you for success. And I also have some serious incentives for you when you sign up. So you can see everything that's included, check out the pricing options, and enroll in the course at my website, videoproductionproject.com. And I've also linked that for you in the description below. My friends, if you like this video, let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who might also find it useful. Now, in between videos, get in touch with me. I am on all the social platforms. I am at Katie Fehlinger Official on on Facebook, and at Katie Fehlinger everywhere else. And I always love hearing from you. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Teleprompter Premium. Teleprompter, and give you a complete see all the features for yourself, free version for and so you know, yeah. Take a look at this app. I'm talking way too fast.